you are, then I have some information for you that's gonna blow your mind. And if not, please leave the video right now, because what I'm about to share is gonna be a huge shock. Some of you may not be able to handle it, and that's okay. Okay. Brace yourselves. Hold on. Here it comes. I like superheroes. Ah yes, the world of superheroes and comic books. Stories with high-flying action, colorful characters, and even some good role models with meaningful messages to boot. Over the years, I have garnered a huge appreciation for these worlds and the characters that inhabit them, most of which were created by the single greatest man alive. Since a young age, I have come to have several personal favorite superheroes. These include the Hulk, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Thor, Captain America, Daredevil, Batman, the Green Lantern, Fantastic Four, Captain Underpants, and Patrick Warburton. But my all-time favorite has got to be Thanks, Spider-Man.
Everybody gets one.
Spider-Man on the PS1, an action-adventure game where you play as everyone's favorite web-slinger. Is it any good? Well, that's what we're here to fucking find out. Let's start her up. Hey, what? Neversoft? What? So, you're telling me that a video game developer known only for making skateboarding games was chosen to make a Spider-Man game? Guys, I don't know if this is gonna work. But as a bearded lady once said, you don't know until you try. Yeah, I don't know if that's real cool. Let's play the game. The storyline. The story for the game is as follows. Dr. Otto Octavius is holding a science convention and everything is just going fine and dandy when all of a sudden, Spider-Man shows up and steals Octavius' technology. Oh, whoa, wait a second. Spider-Man doesn't steal stuff. He's nice. So, you know, it was an imposter. I mean, I don't know, you got a better fucking explanation? So Spidey swings into action to catch the bad guys and save New York, which has been covered by a mysterious looking fog. Which, yeah, was part of the plot, but between you and me, was just something of an excuse to hide the fact that gaming tech at the time could not render a fully roaming New York City. We had to wait a few more years for that one. A good story is always nice, it's interesting, but we're all here for one thing. To be able to play the game. So how well does the game play? Do the controls work? What can you do? Well, whatever a spider can. They pretty much covered all of Spider-Man's powers in this game. I mean, you got super strength, super agility, you can shoot webs, you can web swing, you can stick to walls, you can punch people. You can do whatever a spider can. I mean, it's Spider-Man. It looks and plays great. Come to think of it, most of the things in this game are actually pretty faithful to the comic books. The game already has all the powers done, right? So how about the world that you use your powers in, eh? Well, this world is filled with tons of heroes and villains from the Marvel Comics mythos, which I won't spoil here. But if you are a big comic book nut like myself, then there is more than enough here to make you squeal more than a teenage girl at the premiere of the new Twilight movie. Thank God that shit's over. All of the characters feel right and true to their source material, especially thanks to some impeccable voice acting, most notably in the web slinger himself, voiced with tons of wit and energy by Reno Romano. hope I said that right.
On a rampage over at Omnitech as well.
What is this, the bad guy Olympics?
To go along with all the web-slinging action on screen is this kick-ass rock techno soundtrack, which I could talk about all day, but just listen to it. Listen to that shit! I also have to give huge props to the way this game was paced and structured. It's level-based, so you're always moving forward in a linear fashion. Once you beat one level, move on to the next. There's none of this dwindling around trying to catch fucking balloons. None of the levels are too hard, even on the more challenging difficulties, but they're enough to keep you engaged and feel challenged. You know, in one mission you'll be chased by a helicopter and have to rely on quick web-slinging reflexes. In other levels, you'll just be surrounded by enemies and have to rely on your combat skills. There's never too much of one thing, and that's just perfect. So, let's see what we got here so far. The game has great characters, great voice acting, a rockin' soundtrack, it's faithful to the source material, and it's just simply a lot of fun to play. It's just one of those games that's really satisfying to play. You know what I mean? I just really love this game. I mean, it's just a dream for comic book fans, and it's a delight for action-adventure gamers. And I'm a bit of both, so... you know... let's go. So if you're either a fan of action-adventure games or comic books, like I said, do yourself a favor, track this game down right now. It is worth it. No PlayStation? No problem. There was also an N64 and Dreamcast version. Don't have those? Well... I don't know, go play with a toaster or something. The point is the game was awesome.